Just when I watch people putting their jackets in the overhead compartment as they're saying, don't put your jackets up there, and they're deliberately ignoring it. And in that moment, I see why it's never going to work. Like how people are we're never going to get to a utopia.
Yeah.
Just in that moment of watching that guy as they're like, people, please don't put your jackets up in the overhead compartments until all the bags are up there. As somebody's stuffing this, I'm going to Antarctica, snorkel jacket up there. When I just see that's selfishness.
Yeah.
And I'm not judging the guy because I can relate because I'm selfish. And I just look at it and I go, that's right there is the reason.
Yeah.
That right there is the seed of why we're never going to get along.
I think that's good too. I don't know if I'd want to live in a utopia. It'd be too boring. There'd be nothing. There's nothing to strive for. Which is why I don't have that desire for the afterlife. You go to heaven. To me, people are still breaking balls. And like there's still the pettiness. Right.
You still see somebody like trying to pick something up with their foot because they don't want to get off the couch, and and takes them an extra 2 minutes. Just watching human behavior like that. Like if it's like this, I don't know. Who knows? I mean, obviously nobody knows what happens when you die. Obviously, maybe you go to some enlightened thing. I think it's over. I mean, it makes sense that it's over, and I think that and people, well, life is too short. It's like, yeah, but you came out as the highest level being.
Right.
You really hit the lottery. You mean, what if flies live like, 8 days? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or like, you watch these Discovery things where, for the most part, you're going to die by getting eaten alive. Murdered or something.
Right.
If you're lucky, it's a big cat and they'll just kind of choke you out UFC style, except they use their mouth. But like, the Komodo dragon that's just the most brutal one.
Do you give much thought to that stuff, to the afterlife, to God, the idea, in existence, or do you just sort of?
Not as much as I used to. I don't know if it's arrogance or whatever, but once I was able to kind of wrap my head around that religions are all based in the same just natural feeling you have, that if you do something good, you feel good. If you do something bad, you feel bad. That moral compass thing. Then once I just kind of looked how they just sort of exploit all of it, and it's hypocritical, and just the whole that people who get super religious, like there's people who get so religious that they commit murder because somebody says something bad against their religion, and the fact that they can still think that they're going to be in the eyes of this higher power as something good is it's frightening. And I think what religion does, either deliberately or inadvertently, is it perverts your moral compass of doing good things makes you feel good, doing bad things makes you feel bad. And like, look, believe me, dude, if when I die, if I am going to get judged, I am not going to make it. I have done some horrible, horrible things. And I would literally, what I would have to do, I would have to save a city single-handedly from a fire while suffering, third-degree burns just to get, I think, back to even. I'm like that, gambler. That's just like, I'm just down forever, and I should just walk away. I'm never going to get even. I'm not even going to get close. So, I was a piece of shit for too long. So, there you go. That's uplifting.
What if God is not tied to religion, though? What I'm saying is, God, there's a creator. He makes beings. He puts them here, and then that's it. Hands off.
That's how I view him. That's how I view him. Like, I don't view, you can't sit there and make 7 billion of something. Give them freedom of choice and not think that some sort of chaos is going to ensue. I think Carlin or somebody said something about how it's just his entertainment. He just made these things to watch. I feel like...
But you do believe that something made us, a creator made us. It's not just randomness.
No, my honesty is I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened. But I am more likely to go... We'll go 70% science, 30% philosophy, and 0% religion is how I do it. But I like the ground floor of every religion, where it's like, don't kill people, honor your parents, don't steal, and that type of thing. Although I've broken a lot of commandments.
Oh my God!